From what I've heard, the controller was very busy with getting attention to the United jet that had aborted a landing and was reporting a suspicious odor, potentially concerns about a fire on the aircraft after aborting two takeoffs. And that's why the crash, fire, and rescue vehicle was responding. They come out of our facility on the other side of the airport and need to cross a runway. Most air traffic control facilities and airports have policies in place that vehicles don't cross that runway unless they absolutely have to, including crash, fire, and rescue vehicles. When they come across the runway, that they have to be responding to an event, and that's exactly what happened in this situation. Also, from what I've heard, the controller was coordinating a gate for the United aircraft as well. So very busy, very task saturated. Especially at night, there's a lot of a lot of vehicles moving around the airport conducting various tasks. So it's definitely a consideration.
Right, and that it's a job that's stressful and requires the ability to multitask during intense situations such as this. But those things that you described, directing the fire truck to the other accident, managing a gate change, are those typical things on the list for an air traffic controller at any given time?
Yeah, it's very typical. However, I would be interested to see what the staffing was at the facility. Obviously, this happened on what we refer to as the midnight shift. And typically, it's not uncommon to have one controller running the operation at a time. There'll be another controller in the facility, typically that's within a phone call. But when you get busy with things like this, there's not really that much time to make that phone call to get some backup. But that controller could have been in the tower cab at that time, sitting in the back, helping out with other tasks. So it'll be interesting to see what the staffing was at the facility. And speaking of staffing, I mean, I've been an advocate for decades and throughout my entire career of having more staffing on the midnight shift and never allowing one controller to be in the tower cab by themselves, because you'll have a situation like this that ends up in a tragedy or a medical condition with the controller themselves. They could get into a situation where they become incapacitated and don't have the ability to make a phone call to get another controller. But that ties into the staffing issue that the FAA has had for decades, post the strike in 1981. And the firing of all the controllers, the staffing at air traffic control facilities around the country has never been the same. And we're at over a 30-year low of air traffic controllers. And that, it is attributed to various reasons, but a lot of it is funding, getting the air traffic services funded correctly and getting staffing and hiring appropriately and getting a lot of controllers in the facilities to where you can make decisions to have, more than two people on a midnight shift, three people, four people to conduct those operations and never leave a controller working alone.
Yeah, I mean, when stakes are as high as they are in those towers, managing everything that they are, it just makes sense, and it's just logical. I want to ask you real quick, Dave, about the audio, which we have heard. We understand stop, 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 but what else do you hear in that audio that stands out to you?
Well, the timing of the clearance of the fire vehicle going across the runway is interesting. I've seen it before, typically where and I was looking at the airport diagram this morning. The vehicle probably asked for the clearance as it's exiting the firehouse and driving towards the runway, and then also the angles that taxiway Delta intersects the runway. You've got the vehicle looking away, and whereas the aircraft will be approaching from like the 4 o'clock position of the vehicle. So that makes it tough to see when it's just lights on a runway. So I'm sure a lot of contributing factors, but it'll be interesting how this investigation unfolds to determine the timing. When the controller's yelling stop, 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 that's a judgment call on what he thinks the relative position of the aircraft and the firefighting vehicle crossing the runway is. There's just a myriad of questions that need to be answered.
All right, stop, stop, stop to the truck. The plane clearly couldn't. Dave Riley, thank you for your observations.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.